Welcome to the Eric Avisar Show. Virginia Tech football just managed one of the ugliest wins you will ever see, beating Furman by a 24-17 score at Lane Stadium to pick up the second win of the season for the Hokies. This was a nail-biter that should have absolutely been a blowout, filled with disappointments from the Hokie Nation in the stands to boot. First off, the student section turnout was absolutely atrocious, and sometimes you can look at poor attendance and deal with it, but it's very hard to accept people who leave the stadium at halftime when the team is down 11 points and needs crowd support more than ever. The definition of a Hokie is a loyal fan of Virginia Tech. So those who left early without a damn good reason to do so, I have to question whether or not they are true Hokies. Second of all, shame, absolute shame on all of the fans who cheered Ryan Willis getting injured. It is under no circumstances acceptable to cheer for a player on your team or the opposing team when they get injured. It is just classless, it's awful, and it makes me sick just to think about it. Make no mistake, Ryan Willis is an absolute garbage quarterback. He cannot run the Virginia Tech offense anymore. It doesn't matter if head coach Justin Fuente feels Hendon Hooker or Quincy Patterson are ready. It's time to throw them into the fire because Willis can't cut it. Throwing a terrible interception, missing a wide open receiver for an easy first down, and getting sacked way too many times because he has no pocket presence. He can't field the rush. He is an absolute liability and just can't get the job done. The Hokie Nation simply needs to find out if Hooker or Patterson can play quarterback just a little bit better than how Ryan Willis has been performing so far this season. As bad as the quarterback play was for Virginia Tech today, the positives must be acknowledged. After all, this was a win. Trae Turner is an outstanding playmaker who scored a beautiful touchdown with his tightrope run down the sideline. He originally just wanted a first down and ended up taking it the distance. And interestingly enough, he said after the game, "I hate being tackled." That's the mentality of a potentially elite player. We will watch Trae Turner on Sundays. The same can be said for Keshawn King. He was absolutely outstanding today at running back. He showed great vision, agility, and burst on his 54-yard run to set up a touchdown, and he finished with 119 yards on just 12 carries. Even as a true freshman, King has a real opportunity to become the first Virginia Tech running back to rush for over 1,000 yards since David Wilson all the way back in 2011. King is way too good to be anything less than the workhorse. 12 carries, not enough. Deshaun McClease, maybe you can feed him here and there to spell King, but you can't have King having 12 carries and McClease with 10. Justin Fuente made the mistake of not feeding Trayvon McMillan enough, and of course it led to McMillan transferring. Fuente, as hot as his seat is getting, cannot afford to lose the support of King. He is an absolute cornerstone to this team moving forward. On defense, I was thrilled to see Caleb Farley make a great interception. I've maintained for a very long time that Farley should not be playing defense. He just does not have the instincts to play, especially in the secondary. And while he fulfills a need in terms of plugging him into the defensive back positions where they need help and they don't need help at wide receiver, it's hard to see him struggle when he makes a play just like that. Dax Holyfield did a great job of leading the team in tackles today. Much, much better this time around, although Old Dominion made a point of doing their best to stop him last week. And the bottom line is that this bye week could not come at a better time. This season is on the precipice of a disaster, and Fuente has potentially lost this team already. We'll see what he and the guys are made of when the Hokies take on Duke on Friday, September 27th, in just under 2 weeks. Thank you so much for tuning in, and please subscribe to my channel.